Today we arrive in the Principality of Monaco, which is definitely a fan and driver favourite. Having talked to the drivers, all of them point to this circuit being the one they most want to win at. Monaco provides a close quarters wheel-to-wheel challenge for the drivers, and even though it lacks overtaking opportunities, it does give us the glitz and the glamour that can only be provided by a location like Monaco.
What is up guys, Ben here, and welcome back to episode number 6 of my Kimi Räikkönen Formula 1 2015 career mode. We are at Monaco, the first track that I actually enjoy on this career mode, so obviously the first 5 have been absolutely poor, I've hated them, and it's just been a bit of a grind, to be honest with you. I have done very well, I've won a majority of the races. I think I've won 4 or 5 out of the 6, so it's not too bad, but we are going to get straight on into the episode with the qualifying lap. A little note before we get onto that, sorry I haven't uploaded in about 2 weeks, just because I've been working, lacking motivation basically, but I'm back now obviously with the Spa Grand Prix this weekend, hopefully going to get 2 uploads up this weekend, one today which is obviously the Saturday and one Sunday. Going on into the first corner then, we do cut the corner a little bit, not enough to give us an invalid lap, which is absolutely fantastic. Heading up to the casino now, and this corner is always a little bit of a pain. You need to just touch the apex on the inside, let it drift wide, tuck it back in for the right hander, try and avoid the bump on the inside of the corner, get away with that. Then we're going to head down into the hairpin. I can't remember what it's called now. I was going to give it a guess, but I can't remember. Missed the apex there by a little bit. Do actually run really wide. Does cost us about 2 or 3 tenths of a second there, but we are still in first place at the minute. Heading down into the tunnel now in the heavy braking zone of the chicane. I can't remember what the chicane's called. I'm all over the place here. I can't remember what any of the corners are called. Heading down into the chicane anyway, the left, right. And again, it's a tricky one to get right, to be honest with you. It's always a little bit tricky, this track is, obviously with the Armco right on you, there's literally no room for error at all. We do clip the inside of the wall there, very nearly sends us into the outside, and clip the bloody hell, all over the shop here. Going on into the final couple of corners here, past the swimming pool section. Again, we get this one very wrong, very wide, we just go in too hot basically. Going into the last corner, again another hard one to get right, and we're going to head across the line. It looks like we're going to pick up another first place, or a pole position should I say. Not really sure what happened now on the exit of the sort of the curve that goes to the right. We do run really wide, nearly hit the wall. Like I said, I'm not really sure what happened there, but we do end up putting the car on pole, which is absolutely fantastic, ahead of Lewis Hamilton, Nico Rosberg, and Sebastian Vettel. So we're going well. We're not doing bad at all, to be honest with you. Heading on straight into the start of the Grand Prix now, and we have to get a good start. It's absolutely crucial that we get a good start here. It's an okay start, not fantastic. As you can see, Lewis Hamilton is just shooting around the outside. We're going to hold the inside of the corner. We do give him enough room on the outside, to be honest with you, but he was a lot slower, and he wasn't where I expected him to be. So we're heading up into the casino part of the track yet again. Heading around, like I said, a little bit hard to get right, especially on the first lap. Cold tyres, and obviously it's just a little bit tricky. Bouncing off walls left, right and centre. I'm surprised I didn't get any damage there, to be honest with you. Damage is on, so it's a little bit amazing that I didn't pick up anything there. A puncture or a wing missing even, and it's fantastic really that we got away with that. It's pretty damn lucky. So we're heading down into the tunnel, and we need to start picking out a bit of a gap here between me and Hamilton in second place, because at some point in this Grand Prix I honestly feel I'm going to get a little bit of damage, maybe a puncture like I said, front wing missing, maybe even worse. So we do need to pick out a gap. Heading down into, we come very tight there, we do manage to hit the wall, we spin it around. A lot of cars are going to pass us at this point. Rosberg has stopped, we hit Rosberg, we're kind of punting Rosberg out the way now. He's in the way just solidly. We do manage to get away, still in second somehow. We cause a massive pile up on that chicane there, and now we are a long way behind Lewis Hamilton, who's in the lead. I think we're about 15 seconds away from him, which is just not what we wanted. We needed to build out a lead from him, not go behind and let him build out a lead on us. As you can see, he's already on the start-finish straight. We're just going around this penultimate corner, going into the last corner now, and we've just had an absolute mare on this first lap, if I'm honest with you. We have had a terrible time of it. Heading on now into lap 3, and we are going to come across the line again, just so you can see what the gap actually is between me and Lewis at the minute. Like I said, I've been bringing them in, and this gap is still, what's that, as I say, 13 seconds, 15 seconds, I'm not really 100% sure, because of my Sony Vegas preview. But again, going on into end of lap 5 now, beginning of lap 6, closing down that gap ever so much, and it's just, the tyres are starting to get away from us a little bit, I'm not going to lie. As you can see in the top right, our times are red, so it means we're not improving. The tyres are getting away from us. Heading into the end of lap 9 now, the beginning of lap 10, Lewis Hamilton does come into the pits. We have gone for the overcut, which is dangerous. It's a dangerous move going for the overcut. It's very risky. Obviously, he's going to be on well, the laps that I've stayed out is going to be slow laps. We do come in on lap 10, I believe, because we don't want to give Lewis too much of an advantage. We had to stay out longer than him because we needed the track position, but we needed to make sure this is a really good pit stop to begin with. We don't get held up or anything like that. We don't. We are released. As you see, Lewis Hamilton just coming onto the start-finish straight there. He overtakes us. He goes back into... No, that wasn't Lewis Hamilton. My bad. That was someone else. That was a lapped car. So where is Lewis here? Have we managed to jump Lewis Hamilton? There he is, look. He's on the outside of us now. And we haven't managed to jump him, but we have managed to close the gap a considerable amount. Whether he was caught in traffic, I'm not 100% sure. He had a poor outlap maybe. Either way, we have done a considerable job on closing the gap. We are now trying to get past him. We go around, just cut the corner. I think we've done all right though. We're going to hold him into the left-hander, and he's going to push us wide. He isn't going to give up here. Going down into the swimming pool section, and we are quite a way behind him now. So the heavy braking zone going into it's just so close. He's trying to push us out. We're bouncing off him, bouncing off the walls. He's being very aggressive, so I'm being aggressive back. I do believe we made contact there as well. We broke very, very early. I think I just punted him into the corner a little bit more. We take a wide line into the final corner, hoping we get a better drive. We did not, and he does manage to pull away a little bit. So we're now back on trying to catch up with him. He's overtakeable. He is not that good. He's not that fast, and hopefully we're going to get him down into the Lowe's hairpin. I think it's called the Lowe's hairpin, but I'm not 100% sure here. So we're going to do a dive, put the nose there. It's just so dodgy. Overtaking at Monaco in general is dodgy, but especially when I'm overtaking on places that you shouldn't overtake on. I'm bouncing off walls, not getting any damage luckily. I do believe that is the move stuck. I think we've made it stick. Yes, we have. We're in first place. Oh, we're going to bounce off that wall as well. Jesus Christ. After an absolutely shocking start, Lewis Hamilton's come back at us. What is this? He is not going to give up. We're going down into the chicane after the tunnel now, and I think we've managed to wrap it up. We do not want to get too tight to that wall on the left and spin it again, because that would be an absolute disaster. But after the terrible, terrible start, spinning it just after the tunnel, dropping down into only second place, but giving Lewis Hamilton a really big advantage on us, we have managed to secure that first place, at the minute. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. Hopefully we don't hit a wall, retire, like I said, give myself a puncture. Again, cutting the first corner a little bit, but nothing too drastic. And we move on to the last lap now. Coming into the last couple of corners, we've had a fantastic race here. I'm not going to lie, we've done very, very well. We've fought off, apart from the fact we've been knocking off walls a little bit, but the fact that we managed to win the race after what happened right at the start, fantastic stuff. It's a fantastic win for us. Cannot complain too much about that. And that is the end of the Monaco Grand Prix. As you can see there, Kimi Räikkönen lifting up a very beautiful trophy from the Monaco. I think it's usually like the some sort of prince or something that gives it out. I'm not 100% sure, that could be completely wrong, but the marshals there holding hands, keeping all of the fans and the teams back, and it's unique. Monaco is unique, the way that the podium is actually on the track. It's very unique, very cool, without a shadow of a doubt. Photographers getting all up in Kimi's face, and as you can see, picking up the maximum of 25 points. Penalties for Felipe Nasr, which is interesting how he got that high up, to be honest with you, and there were 2 other penalties, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyway guys, that's the end of the video. If you did, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to check my channel if you haven't already. But apart from that, guys, hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all in my next video, which will be tomorrow. I promise you that. Thanks guys for watching. See you guys next time. Adios.
I've got a question, if you'd hear me out. In your defense, you never had a chance. And so tell me straight, I won't go. This is our time now, I'm sure. Make no mistake, that we are closer than we're far. Embrace for impact, and fight your fears apart. Embrace for impact, on the future's end.